The first piece of legislation I want to talk to you about today is the Emergency Management Act, which we will put into the House today, give notice of today, which is going to be called Bill 13. So it's and it will be similar to, well, it'll be the exact same act that we brought into the House, I guess it'd be 2 weeks ago. The weeks are blurring together, where we modified the Emergency Management Act to allow municipal emergencies to take place simultaneously with a provincial emergency. We are going to bring forward some more amendments to the Act. The amendments were developed in consultation with Edmonton, Calgary, and Red Deer. We believe they will help the province effectively respond to the COVID-19 pandemic. Proposed amendments to the Emergency Management Act will include allowing a state of local emergency to last for 90 days, providing clear language that it is an offense to be non-compliant with orders made under states of local and/or provincial emergency. It will clarify that the minister has the power to modify a state of emergency without terminating it. And it will clarify that a provincially declared state of emergency can be for a pandemic in general and not just a pandemic influenza. One of the problems with the Act is it refers specifically to a pandemic influenza or an influenza pandemic and not to a pandemic in general. The Emergency Management Act, as I mentioned, was amended on March 20th, 2020 to allow for local and provincial states of emergency to exist at the same time, which did pass at that moment.
We continue to be concerned that this UCP government may be using this pandemic to push through their agenda, which includes, to be clear, cuts to education, cuts to healthcare, removing environmental protections, and giving themselves power. And so we cannot and will not stand by quietly if we see the government taking advantage of this situation to further their own agenda. So we are going to be here to continue to propose solutions, to put forward amendments, and to call out abuses of power.